As a professional athlete, I spend a lot of time training, and sometimes you can't ride outside due to the weather, or for other reasons it may make sense to take your workout inside. I'm Erin Huck. I'm a professional mountain bike racer. Cycling is more than a passion, it's my job, and qualifying for the Olympics is my dream, and the StagesBike is one of the tools I'm using to help me get there. Over the years, riding inside has looked like different things. You've had trainers, rollers, various combinations of the two. You have to bring potentially a dirty bike inside. The rolling resistance is never consistent. So the Stages indoor bike gets rid of all of those things with being quiet, no setup. It just makes it a lot easier to get the work I need done in the time that I have.
My name is Jim Stemper. I'm the Director of Program Management at Stages Cycling, making sure that when you ride our bike, it feels like you're riding outside. Stages has been around for 10 years, making indoor bikes for SoulCycle and Equinox and tons of clubs that a lot of people maybe have never heard of. Every single piece of information we've gained from that experience has gone into the StagesBike. We're able to achieve a realistic road feel in two ways. One is a really heavy flywheel gives the rider immediate feedback when they start to change RPMs. And that is just a natural part of this bike that you're not going to find on other bikes. The second part of it is that our resistance unit is electronically controlled, and it's always updating and always making sure that the road feel you expect is the road feel you get. And so when you try to design an indoor bike for an outdoor rider, you have to make sure that you have infinite adjustability, because we're picky. You have to make sure that all the touch points are what you're used to outside. So your shifters have to be real shifters. All these things are super important. You have to be able to put your own saddle on the bike. I might say that an outdoor cyclist is pickier than an indoor cyclist. So we designed all the touch points of the StagesBike to be infinitely adjustable so that any rider can meet the fit that they have on their outdoor bike on the StagesBike. We have graduations on every single movable part, so you can remember exactly where you had it. But so can your wife, or so can your kids. So can anybody in your house that wants to ride this bike right after you. It's a really quick, really easy adjustment. We designed the StagesBike with real handlebars that you can use right out of the box, or you can change on your own. You can add time trial bars to the bike if you'd like. We have shifters that have buttons that you can customize for Shimano or SRAM, or you can just pick whatever function you want for every button. Everything about our shifting interface has been thought through in a way that we know different types of outdoor cyclists are going to come to this bike and want to do different things. The Stages Link app will connect to the StagesBike and allow the user to customize all the settings that we have, especially what type of gearing the bike has. That can be big compact, maybe you want a 1x12 and you want to ride like a mountain bike, or you could use the Stage Dream Drive, which is a cassette you can customize. So maybe you want 20 steps or 50 steps or 100 steps. So you can pick any resistance you want and always meet the right cadence. Everything that has happened to an indoor bike has happened to the StagesBike. The StagesBike looks like a bike you might find in a studio, because a bike that you find in a studio has been vetted for years. It has been broken, it has been beaten, it has been sweat on, it has been everything you can think of. We test all of our indoor bikes to the equivalent of 20 years of commercial use, which is 8 rides a day. And so we're really confident that the StagesBike is never going to be a durability problem. The last thing you want when you're riding indoors in a virtual world is to have any accurate power. Most of the apps that are built for the outdoor cyclist riding indoors are based on power. Stages has made hundreds of thousands of power meters, and we have put the most accurate left-right power meter of any smart bike on the StagesBike. So with the StagesBike, we have focused really hard on making sure that all of the things that an outdoor cyclist expects are on the bike, and all of the great new things that makes indoor cycling so exciting for an outdoor cyclist are supported. At Stages Cycling, we design products to meet the needs of the best athletes in the world.